Hello Scorpio, welcome to my channel. This is Victoria at Radiant Moon Tarot, and we're here doing your new love reading for July 2021. This is for all those Scorpio singles out there looking for new love. If you're new to my channel, welcome in, and if you're returning, welcome back. And I'm truly grateful for all of your likes, shares, subscribes, and your fabulous energy. So just a reminder, this is a general reading, so not all the messages that come out will apply to everybody. Just take the parts that apply to your situation and leave the rest behind. You may also want to check out your moon, rising, and Venus sign readings as well for some additional information. Let's see what we've got for you. So this month we have a new moon in Cancer on July 9th and 10th. Perfect time to get energized, start something new, make positive changes. And with this being in Cancer, this is a perfect time to have a look at relationships, what you value, what you don't want, what you do want, and to set your intentions on something new. This is also, we've got a full moon in Aquarius at the end of the month as well. So also some very powerful, wonderful energy there. And we also have a few planetary fun things going on, and one of those being Jupiter, and Jupiter is the planet of luck. Okay, so your luck may be about to change, and things might start to kind of get moving for you in July. So we have Observer coming out first, and we also have TikTok. So with the Observer energy, this is all about taking a little bit of a step back from something, okay? You're sitting on something new, okay? Energetically, there is something new that is around you, all right? But you may need to actually just take a little bit of a step back from something, okay? And to look at things from a different perspective so that you can see all angles. Open yourself up to new opportunities and to new people coming into your life, okay? Because energetically you are sitting there in this particular deck. Whenever we see the eggs, that is all about something new, okay? Something about to hatch. All right, but you just might need to look at something. You either might need to distance yourself from something, okay? So not obsessing about all little finer details, allow things to unfold naturally in a situation, okay? But you also may need to open yourself up a little bit and have that big picture view, especially if you are trying to attract new love into your life. Sometimes a new person, a new love doesn't fit our little tiny picture of what we think is perfection. Sometimes they're a little bit different, okay? Or they may come from a different background, have a different job. They may look a little bit different, all right? So there may be that need there for you to just take that little step back and to open yourself up to different possibilities and different kinds of people. And the TikTok energy coming right out here with it. Okay, this is all about divine timing, divine timing, timelessness. I was trying to put those two words together. Okay, and sometimes it's a reminder that sometimes our concept of time, okay, does not actually exist in the universe. Things fall into place naturally as they should. Okay, we can't push or we can't pull on something. So divine timing really is at play in your love life here right now. Okay, and again, we may need to take a step back from those finer details and trust that everything energetically is in the here, in the now. All right, time is a constraint that is developed by humans to keep order and control in a world that may otherwise feel a little bit rambling and chaotic. So we have created that. We have created this structure that actually really doesn't exist anywhere else, okay? So in some cases, especially if we're looking for love and all this kind of stuff, in some cases, that concept of time, we actually make ourselves our own worst enemy, all right? So there is a need to let go, trust that things are already energetically here for you, and you may need to take that step back, okay? Release some expectations and then just trust in the flow of time, okay? And again, really believe that what you want, what you desire is already here, and live your life as though you already have it. And then just trust that things manifest in physical form exactly when they're meant to. All right, so there is that need to stay open and stay receptive at the same time, though. All right, so let's see what else we've got for you. Messages for Scorpio, please. New love. What do we need to know about new love, please? Thank you. All right. And so we have spiritual growth. All right. And just as I was looking at that TikTok energy, because that is card number 30, all right, and which breaks down into a 3. And that is all about, all about your connection. Okay, the Trinity, right? Me, myself, and I, but also the Trinity of the spirit world as well. Okay, so 3s are usually very important. Okay, this is where you get your spirituality, your creativity, your self-expression. And then, of course, we got spiritual growth that's coming out here as well. So perhaps now, okay, is the time while you're calling in your new love, while you're waiting, okay, now is that time for some spiritual growth of your own, to take that little step back, okay, to open yourself up to the wonderful blessings that are headed your way. Some of you may also have, you may be experiencing it right now, okay, or you may have already experienced this time of spiritual growth. And spiritual growth is ongoing. It's not like you flip a light switch and you turn it on and then, oh, okay, cool, I'm done, and then turn it off. It's a forever thing, okay? So, spiritual growth is very important to understand the higher aspects of the universe, okay, but also higher aspects of ourselves. The spiritual growth energy here as well could be that the person coming towards you is also experiencing their spiritual growth, okay, so that they come to you on the same level that you are. All right. We have family coming out here as well. So some of you may feel your biological clock ticking, okay? Tick tock, tick tock. All right. And you may be starting to think about starting a family, adding to your family perhaps, okay? Or it just could be that family is very important to you. Some of you out there are single parents, and your children, your family dynamic are really important in your decision-making process for welcoming in new love into your life, right? You might be a little bit more selective than you were before you had kids, okay, or before you got divorced, or whatever your circumstance may be. So, but family certainly plays a role in your love life here in some way. And we've got new love coming in here as well. Okay, this is a gift, something sent to you by the universe, a new love, something that is wonderful. It's a beautiful gem. All right, so something very precious, something new, and something that is exactly what the doctor ordered, exactly what you need, exactly when you need it. All right, so whatever new love you're calling in, energetically it is already here, okay? And just trust in that divine timing, and that things really do play out exactly when they're meant to. All right, and you get what exactly you need when you're meant to have it, okay? So but it is already here for you, and we already saw that with that observer energy, okay? You are sitting on that new love, you are sitting on that. All right, but again, for some of you it's divine timing, okay, but for others you may need to shift your perspective in some way. All right, so we have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings. Okay, so don't be afraid to open up to somebody new if you meet them, okay? Or when you meet them, I should say. Some of you have already met somebody, perhaps, and you might be coming here just for confirmation that yes, this is your person. And with this new love coming in, okay, that spiritual growth energy, trust your intuition, okay? And if you feel as though you're falling in love, and if your intuition tells you that this is right, okay, don't be afraid to open yourself up. This is the best way to get to know somebody. All right. We also have you deserve love. You are lovable. Yes, indeed, you are. It doesn't matter where you've come from. It doesn't matter what your ups and downs have been. It doesn't matter if you feel as though you're a big fat failure in love. There's somebody out there for everybody, and you deserve all of the wonderful blessings. You deserve love in every single way. All right, human beings are not meant to be alone, all right, for their lives, okay? Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Perhaps you may meet somebody through your friends or your family. Okay. You may have some friends that may want to set you up on a date. Okay. Set you up on a blind date. Okay. You may be resisting that energy because we all have horrible blind date stories. Let's face it. All right. And but sometimes they work out really well. All right. And if they don't, you know what? At least you have a good story. Okay. For later on. All right. So, but you may have friends, some friends or family, a support system around there that can help you out a little bit in some way. All right. And then here we go. We have true love that came out of the deck for you. This is the romance of a lifetime. This is this new love you're calling in, this true love. Okay. Some of you already know who this person is, but others of you, you have not got a clue. You just don't know, okay? You just have this spidey sense going off that there's something wonderful on the horizon for you, okay? So true love, new love, energetically, it's here, that TikTok energy, okay? Believe that you've already received this new love, okay? So let's pull your tarot and let's see what we've got for you guys. Messages, please, for Scorpio. Scorpio singles, new love, please. New love for July, please. Whoa, okay. Current situation, heart of the matter. We've got the 5 of Cups that's come flying out here for you. So, you know, for some of you, there may be a situation where you're feeling a little bit impatient, okay? There might be something that you need to let go. We'll pull out the rest of your cards and then go deeper into that. We've got the 2 of Cups that's crossing you, soulmate energy. Beneath you, the 6 of Cups. Recent past, we have the Princess of Arrows. Above you, we have the 2 of Arrows. Okay. Near future, the 7 of Staves. That's the 7 of Wands. Your current attitude and advice, we've got the 6 of Arrows. Energy that is around you. This is external energy, external influences, and we have grace, okay? We also have the 3 of Cups as your hopes and your fears and your overall outcome energy. We have power. This is Emperor energy coming out there for you guys. All right. So this is very interesting. So your current situation, the heart of your reading. All right, we've got the 5 of Cups. There may be, there may be a need for some of you. Some of you got a little bit of work to do here, okay? It just feels as though, it's nothing really major, okay? The entire center part of your reading is all minor arcana. So this is just all you, okay? Some internal workings that you just might need to sort through. Overall, we've got 2 majors coming out for you. We've got grace, which is the star, and we also have power, which is the Emperor energy. Okay, so, but in this center part, your inner workings, your inner world here, there just might be a little bit of something that you need to release, let go. The 5 of Cups is an energy of being focused on either what is lost or what you don't have. There's a need to shift your focus to the positive, okay? If you're getting a little bit impatient, okay, you may be starting to go down a little bit of a negative road. And you may have just been waiting for new love for a very, very long time. All right. And now instead of being focused on what you want to attract into your life, you're focused on, missed opportunities, past disappointments. Okay. Or just really starting to think, oh my God, I'm never going to find love. When in actual fact, in this card, there's 3 spilt cups and there's 2 still standing. And look what you're calling in, 2 cups. Okay, so you are calling in this, no focusing on that. All right, so there is a need to either cut yourself off from something, okay, to shift your focus into what you're attracting into your life rather than what you don't have. Okay, there may also be a need here to to cut off some energy or really be mindful of your feelings. Okay, remind yourself that you can't control every aspect of the universe, okay? And, divine timing is something that really requires us to have a little bit of patience. And again, time, a clock, a calendar is something that humans invented. And in some cases, it feels like humans invented it to make us feel bad, right? But, so if you do feel yourself going down that kind of negative feelings, ways of thinking, impatience, disappointment, all of that, there is a need to just be mindful of that. Okay. Recenter, come back, come back to center, release the negativity. Okay. And focus on the positive, right? Is the glass half full or is the glass half empty? Because right now with the Five of Cups, the glass is half empty, when in actual fact, the glass is half full. So don't focus on, what is missing, okay, or the empty part. Pour yourself another drink and focus on the positive. All right. There may even be a situation that you're still healing from as well when we have that Five of Cups, okay? And you may be really thinking that you are ready for new love, and you very well may be, but there just might be something that you need to address, okay? Something that you maybe were ignoring, okay? Or you may need to release some energy, okay? Cut some energy off, cut a person off perhaps, with that Five of Cups. Do you still have some? We have the Princess of Arrows too, which is the Page of Swords. Okay, with the Page of Swords and the Five of Cups, have you completely released yourself from your past person? Okay, or are you stalking their Facebook? All right, have you blocked them? Okay. Do they every once in a while, do they message you out of the blue? We do have a Six of Cups. We do have a Princess of Arrows, which is the Page of Swords. Okay. And then we have this Five of Cups. So, either you may be still looking at their social media, okay, or they may be looking at yours, and perhaps they message you every once in a while, hey, how's it going, and that just kind of sends you on another little spiral. So there may be something that you need to address there may be something that you need to cut off. All right, everyone's a little bit different. Okay, so if that is you and you're looking for the new, you need to cut off that old, as hard as it sometimes may be, because nostalgia is a very powerful thing. And we'll get to that Six of Cups in a minute. All right. So, but there may be something that you need to release there. Okay. Put up those boundaries, put up those blocks. Okay. Because sometimes when someone messages us out of the blue, it's not because they necessarily want a relationship or a reconciliation. It's might be something just to either energetically keep you attached to them, just in case something happens in their life. Okay. Or it could just be that they may also have a little bit of nostalgia, right? So, but either way, there may be a little bit of a pull, a little bit of a draw that they still have with you in some way, and that prevents you from focusing on the new. All right. But ultimately what you are calling in is the Two of Cups, okay? So three may have spilled, two are left standing, and here's your two, okay? So you are calling in a harmonious, balanced relationship, soulmate energy when we have the Two of Cups. True love, new love. Something that has a deeper spiritual soul connection than just your humdrum everyday kind of romance, okay? Something that is honest, something that is true, and something that you can really connect with on that higher level, okay? That soulmate energy that you're calling in, okay? So, so it feels some of you might not be 100% sure of exactly what you want. Some of you might need to cut off something from the past, some old energy. All right. And it feels like you just need to shift on the positive, because this is what's coming in for you, this soulmate energy here, okay, with this new love, this true love, and it's all about the divine timing. So shift that focus, okay, without obsession, okay, to what it is your heart desires, okay, what it is that you're calling in, and then, take that step back, release control of the outcome, okay, and just trust that things are happening for you in the timing that they're meant to. All right. Beneath you, the Six of Cups, okay, memories of the past, all right, nostalgia. So, you may be in this Five of Cups energy, you may be stuck in the energy of some nostalgia, thinking about the good old days, thinking about a love that may have been lost, okay? This could just be a memory that comes up to the surface while you're kind of like twiddling your thumbs, waiting for something new to come in. And, but the thing is that the Six of Cups, sometimes when we look at upon the past, sometimes that nostalgia energy really does give us rose-colored glasses. And actually, if you see in these cups, it looks like pink roses, right? Rose-colored glasses in these cups. And when we do look upon that, we remember the good old days, we remember the happy times, and quite often the good times quite often do outweigh the bad, right? There's usually more good times or fun times than the bad times, but sometimes those bad times or those negative issues that came up in a relationship that caused something to end, those are the big things. That's the big stuff. Okay, you can go out and you can have fun and you can go for dinner and you can go on vacations and all this wonderful stuff and smiley in front of the camera. But when it comes right down to the nitty gritty, okay, you can have 80% really good, but that 20% that's not working, that's the important stuff that carries you forward and helps your relationship go the distance. And sometimes when we have nostalgia, we forget about that 20% because 80% of it was good. But that 80% of it may have been fluff. So there is that little bit of a danger, okay, that's there, okay, but this could really be kind of what you're thinking of. Now, when you are thinking about the good old days, you might not necessarily be resurrecting a person from your past necessarily, but you may be just really thinking about when finding new love was easier, all right, when we didn't have a pandemic, we didn't have restrictions, okay, but again, there's also that rose-colored glasses energy, right? Yes, it was easier to go out and meet people if we wanted to. Yes, it was easier. We didn't have restrictions. We could go out for dinner. We could go to the bar. We could go wherever it is that you go to meet new people. And, so we weren't as restricted. All right. But, if you really take those glasses off and you look at it, was it that much easier or was it actually kind of a little bit similar just without restrictions? All right. Because, sometimes it requires you to meet new people, even if you don't have restrictions and you can go to, I don't know, say, a social event or something to meet new people. Okay, were you the type of person that was outgoing and that would just strike up a conversation with somebody, or were you just sitting back as an observer? So again, rose-colored glasses, perhaps. Okay, but so there could just be something that you need to just shift your focus on. Now, when we do have that Six of Cups, okay, this can be a reflection, okay, on what is important to us. Okay, thinking back to our past and how we grew up and being present, being here in the present, thinking about the past and making plans for the future. Okay, and really kind of thinking about what makes us happy, what makes us sad, what our values are, and what we want to take to the future with us. What was really important out of a relationship? What are those issues that are that 20% that are very important to us, right? Anyone can go out and have fun, but when it gets to that nitty gritty, what is important to you? Okay, so you could really be thinking, of the past in order to move you to the future. Okay. Now I do have to say, and this won't be for everybody either, okay, because the Six of Cups, okay, thank you, can be the return of a person. Okay, so we already addressed that someone may be kind of trying to pull you back in every once in a while. They don't want anything necessarily other than to kind of like keep you under the thumb or keep tabs on you a little bit. But there may be, for a small few of you, not necessarily for the collective, but there may be the one that got away. And there may be someone from long ago. You may not have had a romantic relationship with this person, but they may have been a friend that had the potential to turn into something better. And you may have parted ways. You may have lost contact. Your lives may have just gone in a couple of different directions. All right. And you might be reflecting on that a little bit. And with this Princess of Arrows, you may have, it depends when you see this reading as to when these energies play out, because time, of course, is fluid. Okay. And energy is also a little bit fluid as well. So for some of you, you may have already reached out to somebody, or with this Princess of Arrows energy, okay, this is the Page of Swords. All right, you may have already stalked someone's social media. Okay, you may have done this yourself, and just so you just might be poking around just to kind of see where someone's at a little bit. Okay, and again, I'm not really getting like an X. coming back energy with that, if that is you reaching out, I'm getting more with this is like someone who you may have had a positive connection with that you lost contact with, and you might just be curious about where they are, because the page of arrows or the page of swords energy, the princess of arrows, is one of curiosity. So you may be curious about somebody that you used to know, and it may not have even been a friend. It could have been someone you worked with. Maybe there was a little bit of chemistry, some spark, and you may have been kind of looking them up. Okay, kind of reaching out just out of a little bit of curiosity to kind of see where they're at. Okay, now you may have been met with disappointment with the Five of Cups. Okay, because this person might be married and very happily married with children or whatever. Okay, but you may have just been doing it out of a little bit of curiosity. Okay, but you may have done it out of the fact that you may actually think that they might be the one that got away. All right, and you might not have been able to find them. Okay, or you may have sent them a message and they hadn't sent you one back. Okay, it doesn't mean that they won't necessarily, but I'm feeling more that there's someone new coming in here. Okay, because ultimately sometimes it's good to visit the past to get a better understanding of where we've been and where we are today. Okay, so it could have just been that kind of curiosity. Okay, but this Princess of Arrows could also be someone has their eye on you. Now this person could be from the past, okay, and they may have their eye on you. Okay, so they might be having a look at your social media and seeing where you're at. Okay, and they may or may not have reached out already. Okay, but this is also about you being very curious about what's out there, about the new love that's around. And, you may have started kind of poking around a little bit, especially if you're doing like any online dating or anything like that. This could be you doing a little bit of research. All right, seeing what kind of apps are out there, what the possibilities are that are out there. Okay, and just kind of poking around and just taking those first steps of communication, whether you actually have talked to anybody or not. Okay, that's just taking those first steps, being a little bit curious. All right, tapping into that energy. Okay, what is above you? Okay, ultimately, you have some decisions to make, right? For some of you, you may be at a little bit of a crossroads here, especially if there's someone, poking around from the past, or someone that you're looking at perhaps. Okay, the Two of Arrows can be about a little bit of indecision. It's the Two of Swords energy. Okay, at a little bit of a crossroads. Really going within, trusting your intuition to try and sort yourself out, figure out what you really want, get your thoughts in order. Okay, and kind of making a decision to let something go, making a decision to embrace something. Okay, and just getting a little bit of clarity in your situation here. Okay, so your thoughts, you feel there's a little bit of a scattered energy here for some of you. All right, but others, I feel as though there's just some really important decisions to make, and that might be where you've got the Six of Cups energy, right? You're starting to put yourself out there, but you may just be a little bit flip-floppy. Okay, you might be a little bit undecided. It's like, okay, I know I'm looking for a soulmate. I'm looking for my perfect match, my perfect person. I want something that can go the distance. All right, and you might just not be sure how to get it. Okay, you might be kind of flip-flopping back and forth a little bit, like, yes, I do, no, I don't. All right, and you might be trying to just get up the guts to really jump in with both feet, to really put yourself out there. Okay, you could even, of course, be thinking about reaching out to some friends. Okay, for a little bit of assistance, guidance, advice. Okay, or to even set you up with somebody as well. And in your near future, we do have the Seven of Staves here. So this is a little bit of a struggle for some of you here. Okay, you're struggling with your demons. Success is yours for the taking, but there's just something that you need to do first. Okay, decisions that you need to make. Okay, you might need clarity on a situation. Okay, You might be needing to let something go. You may even really be trying to decide exactly what it is you want. Okay, so this struggle can be very much within yourself. Okay, figuring out what you want and figuring out how to get it as well. Okay, you may also be a little bit in defensive mode when we've got this one. Okay, you may be in the energy here where you need to stand up for yourself in a situation, especially if somebody is reaching out to you and you're trying to let them go and they somehow keep drawing you back in, because ultimately you are a catch. All right, and it's not that they want you, it's not that they want to commit to you, but it might be like a little bit of a control thing. Okay, and every time they feel you pulling away, all right, is when they all of a sudden contact you and kind of like suck you back in. So you may really need to stand your ground in that Seven of Wands energy, okay? Because ultimately you are at your personal best right now. You have the ability to overcome challenges, problems, obstacles in the way. You've got a really good sense of self, although you might feel a little bit like you're on quicksand in some cases, okay? And you might feel a little bit muddled some days and crystal clear the other days, right? So you're just trying to find your way forward, all right? But ultimately, you really know what you want, okay? And you certainly are at your personal best, okay? You are a catch. Anyone is lucky to have you. Okay, so if you do have someone that keeps reaching out, it's because you are a catch. They don't want to let you go. All right, but ultimately, you may need to be very firm in your convictions and you may need to really stand your ground. You might need to put up your boundaries. All right, because that is going to be what is healthy for you. All right, so that you can move forward, which is exactly the advice that you're going to give to yourself in a second. Okay, so no matter what your situation is, know that you have the ability to persevere against all costs. Okay, you can battle those demons and you can come out on top. All right, you can make strong decisions. Okay, and you can attract the love into your life that you desire. All right, so if you feel as though you may be in a battle with yourself, okay, you can give yourself a good old talking to as well. All right, because there's some wonderful energy coming in here for you. And it just feels as though you need to stand in your own strength and stand in your power. And that is with other people that are trying to kind of knock you off kilter, knock you off course. But that's also with yourself as well. Your current attitude, your advice to yourself. We've got the Six of Arrows. Okay, you're ready to move forward. You're ready for something better. All right, the Six of Arrows is about moving forward. Okay, leaving your troubles, difficulties, leaving anything behind that is negative or that's not going to work for you for your future. Okay, thoughts, feelings, people. Okay, and you are looking forward. You are moving forward to something better, something more positive, and something that is really fitting with what you desire. And that's what the advice to yourself would be. Okay, if a situation's not working, okay, or if you need to leave something behind, that's exactly what you need to do. Move forward. Keep moving forward. All right, trust in the decision and be strong in your conviction that there is something better for you. Okay, trust that spirit has something better in store for you than what you've had in the past. And this is the power of positive thinking right here. All right, leave the negative behind, focus on the positive, and that keeps you moving forward. There's no motor in that boat. All right, you move forward based on your energy. Okay, and keeping your energy flowing. Go with the flow and don't resist. Okay, so if you need to put up some boundaries with somebody so that you can get clarity and that you can move forward, then that's what you need to do. Because ultimately, we have the star energy here for you. Okay, this is the energy that's around you, external influences. Okay, in this card, it's called Grace, and that's Dante and Beatrice. All right, but this is the star card. Okay, Aquarian energy. This brings eternal optimism, inspiration, all right? Reminds you to put your faith, your trust, your hope in spirit, in the universe, and your wishes are coming true. Miracles happen when the star card shows up. All right. What are you looking for? What are you looking to clear out? What are you looking to attract in? Okay. Because that's what this Aquarian energy is here to help you do. It brings along healing powers. Okay. It brings along divine guidance. The stars are aligned for you. Okay. And we already know from the TikTok energy that divine timing is at play. The stars are aligned. Soulmate is coming in here for you. True love, new love, wonderful things. Okay. And you need to have faith. Know what you want. Wish upon that star. Wish big, dream big. Miracles happen, and this is the big old yes card, okay? But it's a yes card with that caveat that divine timing. All right. So, and it looks like, some of you may have a little bit of work to do first. Okay. You're going to clear things out pretty quick. All right. Because ultimately we do have the Emperor energy coming out as your overall outcome. Okay, so it's just minor things that you might need to focus on, okay, to prepare yourself for some wonderful energy that's coming in. Okay, so trust that things are working behind the scenes for you. You may not necessarily see things right on the forefront, okay, or with your eyes, but behind the scenes, the universe really is working very, very hard to bring you exactly what you want, what you need, and what is good for you, what moves you into the future. All right, so we need to trust in that energy, but I love the star card, okay? So really believe your hopes and fears. We've got the Three of Cups. Now, this is very interesting as a hope and a fear. Some of you may have been cheated on in the past, okay? Because sometimes the Three of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, sometimes they can represent a third party situation, okay? So you may have a little bit of a fear, of repeating cycles possibly, okay? So some of you may have been cheated on a situation in the past, okay? Could have, you could have had someone cheat on you with a friend. That's nasty. Yuck. I know someone that happened to, myself included, actually. And yeah, that is not a good energy, okay? That can certainly be a deep-rooted fear. That leaves scars, okay? So you may actually have a little bit of fear of finding someone new and introducing them to your friends and your family, because you may have had a very negative third-party situation that may have happened previously, okay? So that could possibly be something, I gotta say, okay, Three of Cups in the upright here, and those 3 cups that are spilt there. So there could be some connection there for some of you. Of course, that won't be for everybody. But there may be that little bit of a fear that a pattern may repeat itself, okay? But you need to have trust and you need to have faith. It's really hard to come back from that kind of situation, right? People that you trust, because ultimately trust is something that takes a long time to build up, and it takes a second to destroy, okay? So that may be part of some energy that you are trying to clear out, all right? And it's not easy work to do. It's hard work to do. And just when you think that you've cleaned it out, boop, here it comes, and it rears its ugly head anyway. All right. But you also may have a fear of losing your independence as well. The Three of Cups is one of friends, of socialization, of good times. And you may just be enjoying at the moment, you may be enjoying being single, okay, and dancing to the beat of your own drum. But ultimately, I feel there's more of a hope here than a fear with the Three of Cups. This is about joy, celebration, socialization, good news. You typically want of good news that makes you jump for joy. Okay, so ultimately here I'm feeling more that you're hopeful that there's good news on the horizon, okay, and something that is better than what you've had previously. Okay, the Two of Cups here, I'd imagine when you meet your new person, right, and you're like, oh my God, this is like jump for joy. Okay, so ultimately I feel as though you're very hopeful of something very positive on the horizon there. All right, so again, there just might need to be a little bit of a shift, some little bit of decision making for some of you to do here before ultimately you get what you're calling in. All right, we have power, and this is Aries energy. This is the Emperor. So for some of you, this is you stepping into your personal power, being large, being in charge, okay, and being very ready and welcoming for new love to come in, okay? It's like, yep, I'm ready now. I've done all of my work. I've done all of my healing. Send me what I want, all right? Send me what I desire. But for others of you, I feel that this is an emperor coming in for you. Okay, and this is represented by Arthur and Guinevere. And, King Arthur. So if you know this is the Lover's Path Tarot, if I didn't already mention it. And each suit and all the major arcanas are represented by either real or mythological or fantasy romantic figures from folklore or from history. And this one is Arthur and Guinevere. So, but this is one of, it feels like this may be an Aries person coming in, someone who is very solid, very stable. Okay. Someone who is very wise, possibly has been married before, may also have kids and family as well of their own. Okay. But ultimately someone who has the ability to commit for the long term. Okay, long-term commitment person. All right. And, certainly very well could be this soulmate here, something exactly what you have ordered. Okay. Because you didn't order something wishy-washy. You're not looking for this soulmate energy, this fly-by-night kind of thing. You may have had that already. Okay. This is someone who is very strong in their conviction. They don't mess around. They know exactly what they want and they take steps to achieve it. All right. And certainly someone who is very comfortable with where they are in life. All right. They have cleared out their demons. They know what they want. All right. And what they want is you. Okay. And they're coming towards you from a position of strength. This is not anyone that you need to fix. Thank goodness. Okay. This isn't someone that you need to babysit either. All right. This is someone who will sit there on their throne with you by their side for the long term. Okay. That symbiotic soulmate relationship. Very, very positive, very powerful energy. All right. So I'm going to leave that there for you. Okay. So think about what you're wishing for. Okay, because this is your wish. This is your wish upon a star card. Okay, miracles happen. This is your big old yes card with this grace energy, with this star energy here. All right. Okay, so, all right, well, that came flying out. So I'm going to leave that there for you guys, okay? But I'm going to close out your reading with a couple of lovers oracles here. One of them, of course, came flying out onto my leg already. So let's just see what else we've got for you. Messages, please, for Scorpio singles. New love for Scorpio, please. New love. Ooh, not all those. Thank you. I got caught on my finger. If you've ever tried to shuffle heart-shaped cards, it's not the easiest endeavor. They do tend to bounce around a little bit, and we're going to get one more. Okay, thank you. All right, so there's one card, and it says, life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow, and you will be surprised where it leads. 6 of arrows, go with the flow, keep moving forward. All right. Also, your TikTok energy, your observer, just step back, go with the flow, let things unfold naturally when they're meant to. There's your next card. Romance, Cupid's arrow strikes. Yes. Yes. Yes, baby. Okay. Love that. All right. And there is your final card. Ooh, steamy. All right. And it says sexual union. All right. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. Interesting. I'm not sure I don't think I've ever had that card come out, actually, to be honest with you. So you never know. Sometimes things that start out with physical passion lead to something a little bit more long-term. So I'm going to leave that there for you, Scorpio. All right. So hopefully there was something in this reading that resonated with you. Hopefully something, kind of stuck. It may have been a little bit, or it may have been the whole thing. If there was, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I thank you for watching. I hope you have a fabulous day. I hope you have an even better July. All right. So have a good one. All right. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.